Well, hi everyone. Welcome to another edition of Mayor's Mike. We are here today to talk about Windsor's flood resilient future, and we are giving updates on our coastal flood master plan, basically our sewer master plan. But it is so important, and it stems from lots of things that have happened over the years. I go back to 2010, where we had major floods because of a storm in South Windsor. We had over 15 or 1,600 homes that were flooded, basements flooded, my own included. And that led us to start down a path to really capture lots of elements of our sewer system that we didn't have. Fast forward from 2010 to 2016, again, thousands of homes flooded in Windsor, Tecumseh, and Lakeshore because of flooding. And then, of course, we all remember 2017, the worst flood in the city's history that happened. Riverside, East Riverside hit very hard, over 6,000 homes. And I remember walking those streets with you and seeing the garbage piled up and how angry and frustrated everyone was after that particular event, which led us to approve our sewer master plan in 2020. We've started funding it right away. We've applied to federal programs called Disaster Mitigation and Adaptation Fund, or DMAF for short. We've been successful in receiving funding under Stream 1 and Stream 4. I introduced an 8-point plan to address flooding issues by focusing on preventative measures, infrastructure improvements, and assistance programs to mitigate future flood damage. When you drive down Riverside Drive today, you see major projects happening at two locations. You see the St. Paul Pump Station right near Lausanne Road, where there is massive construction going on. That construction is going to last for another year because we have dug 45 feet down next to the existing pump house, and we are doubling the capacity to move more water at that location. But we're not done. Just down the road, a little further west, is the new St. Rose pump station that is being dug in St. Rose Park. That goes down about 39 feet, and it is going to be additional capacity to help move more water to deal with the high-intensity rainstorms that we are seeing with more frequency in the city of Windsor, but frankly happening around the world. So between the St. Rose and St. Paul pumping stations, the city of Windsor is spending almost $60 million on those two projects alone as part of our 10-year, $2.25 billion capital plan. And then on the west side of the city, we are completing all of the final steps on being able to put a shovel in the ground for something that most of you will never see, but it is a massive stormwater retention treatment basin that is about a $150 million piece of infrastructure that will handle huge volumes of water and store it during high-intensity rainstorms, allow us to treat it before discharging it back to the Detroit River in a safe way, but make sure that it's going to go somewhere other than your basement. And so all of this is being worked on, part of our $5 billion sewer master plan. I know we had some difficulty as we rolled on the stormwater financing program onto the bills. All of the credits have been issued now, so all residential homeowners in the city of Windsor are now paying less than they were in the past for stormwater financing to help fund these projects, because for so many years you were paying more as places like Costco and Home Depot and big box stores who have giant parking lots but use very little water weren't paying their fair share. And so now when it rains, we know that they contribute a huge amount of water to the storm sewer system because they have big parking lots. Now they are paying their fair share. And we are rebalancing this program to make it fair for you, the homeowner, while making sure that we collect enough money from everyone who's contributing the water to be able to implement and move forward on some really important issues that affect our stormwater future here in the city of Windsor. So that is it for this edition of Mayor's Mike. I hope you have a better understanding of all the work that is going on in the city with respect to the sewer master plan. A lot more to do. This will take decades and decades for us to get to the end of the plan. But we have a plan, we've started. City Council has put a huge amount of money towards making sure that we implement it, and we appreciate your support moving forward as we work together to build Windsor's flood resilient future. Thanks for watching this edition of Mayor's Mike.